What's up, YouTube? Back here for round number 4. 3-0. Currently killing it so far with this Grixis Shadow-Delver. I still don't know what to call it. Right, we have Serum Visions. Yeah, this hand seems fine. Turn 1 Vision. We have a Shadow. We have a Bauble to cantrip. This hand looks okay. I'm gonna see what they're... I'm gonna bobble them to get more information on the Scry on Serum Visions. Liliana of the Veil, so probably Jund. Could be Mardu. I think I want both of these. Yeah, I want both. I'm gonna do it in that order. It's kind of awkward because I can't double blue spell next turn, but if I put the fetch on top, then I have to shuffle away the Delver anyways. Oh no, because I'm drawing it off the bauble, right? Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. I just get it all. So I actually should have put turn on top first to give them less information if they have a discard spell. So that was a small mistake. Alright, I'm going to fetch a Steam Vent. I'm just going to go Serum Delver and be okay with them killing my Delver here. I think that's... Oops, I should have Serum first, but... I meant to click on the Serum first. It wouldn't have changed my plays, but... Yeah. Like, this Delver's just going to die. I'm not going to stub to protect Delver. Because I could have stubbed the push, but... top the push, bottom the land. The deck tech post Delver match, and then I have 10k and it's 2 decks. We could do, like, just a brief overview. Because normally I go pretty in-depth in the deck tech, so we could just do, like, a little bit of each, you know? I mean, there's not going to be much critiques, because I'm sure that you submitted really, really good decks. Huh. What do I want to do here? Go to 12, play a Shadow? And then if they have a removal spell, I can just drown or stub the Lily. And then next turn... I could also just do nothing here. Actually, I kind of like doing nothing here. I don't want to put Lurrus into my hand because then they just get to play Lily for free. The reason I want to do nothing is because I can just take 6 next turn, go to 9, and then have Death Shadow with stub and drown up, and I think that's better. It's kind of awkward because, like, by not putting the Lurrus in my hand, they obviously know what's going on here, but... They're me decks, so I totally expect you to hate them. How many Skyclaves are in your PT decks in total? How many Skyclaves? Or Spike. At least 9. Do I remember any ballsy plays with my life total in tournaments with Death Shadow? It's kind of funny. I didn't really become a Shadow gamer until, like, the COVID thing happened. I played more online. Prior to COVID, I was mainly, like, humans, stuff like that. Humans was, like, my jam. But then humans kind of became unplayable. Sag. Ooh. That was a really good draw. I'm actually going to take Lily here. If they cast Trophy, I'm going to let it resolve. If they cast Push, I'm going to stub. I really don't care if they Trophy this. I could have taken Bloodbraid Elf. If I take Bloodbraid Elf, they Lily, I stub, they Push. Maybe that was better. Almost 10 has been called. It's only 2 formats, right? Told Humans is being suppressed by Lava Dart, but Lava Dart is on the decline. Well, the thing about that is, too, is when Humans is on the play, it can kind of play around Lava Dart to an extent, right? Like, you can lead on Vile, your champions get bigger, you have Lieutenant to protect your creatures from Lava Dart. So, I don't know, like, Humans has some game against Lava Dart. I guess I kind of put myself in an awkward spot here. Because now if I put Lurrus into my hand... Yeah, I'm actually going to counter this. Because if I put Lurrus into my hand, I only have 1 mana up, which means I can't drown the thing they get off Bloodbraid Elf. So I think I'm just going to make them trophy the Shadow. Which they might just not do, but... Yeah, and now if they trophy, now I can pick up the Lurrus. Okay, that's fine. So they have Bloodbraid X. Oh, I clicked through. Whoops, that was bad. Like F2'd a bunch too many times, I guess. I thought we were still in combat. Whoops. Keep telling myself to love it or thing until I believe it. Yeah. It's weird. Like it didn't prompt me to go through attacks and blocks. Like usually when something happens in combat, it'll ask you. It'll, like, make you go through attack, block, damage, but it didn't do that. It just, like, skipped through the whole combat, which is kind of weird. Well, I got paid off for it. It skips the rest. I feel like sometimes it doesn't, though. Yeah, Trophy's not very good. Snook knows. At least we can agree on that. Trophy is really bad. I did it on purpose. I knew they were going to hit Inquisition. Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, I still am kind of behind here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So we're going to go to 1. Dead to 90%. Well, not 90, but dead to a good chunk of their deck. Yeah, when you're trying to 1-for-1 your opponent up the curve and just have like a couple of 2-for-1s here and there, Trophy is just not where you want to be. In Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt decks, Trophy is just not where you want to be. Well, I mean, Trophy is a reasonable sideboard card because I think it is decent against Tron, but it's not. It's just not a main deck card. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I assume I'm dead, but... Drag the lake and bring me home again. Yeah, exactly. Like, even in Shadow. In Shadow, I won't play it either. And I think it's a little bit more reasonable in Shadow because you're much more aggressive, so giving them the extra land doesn't matter as much when you're more aggressive. But I still just don't really like it in Shadow. Don't let me drown. I definitely don't want Stroke, because Stroke only counters Bloodbraid Elf, and I'm not countering a 3-2. Maybe Spellbomb. Get this discard out of our deck for sure. Could see Stub. I could maybe see Explosives? I don't know. How good is Stub against Jund? Oh, TBR is bad. Do this maybe? How does that look? I'm kind of down with that. This makes sense. I could maybe see a couple discard spells over something like Nihil Spellbomb. But they have Kroxa, they have Ren and 6, they have Goyf, so I think Spellbomb is still decent. I think I'm going to go with this. Again, against Jund and other discard spell decks, against decks that are trying to one-front you a bunch, I really don't like Thoughtseize, because the games come down to top decks most of the time. And obviously drawing a discard spell on turn 5 can be pretty backbreaking. I tend to keep hands... Basically, any hand that has lands and spells, I'll keep. Yeah, so the reason you want to cut hand disruption against Jund is both decks are very good at trading 1-for-1, right? So you're both sort of resource denial decks. This deck less so, I guess, than Jund for sure, but at least in my opinion, I think like in a game where you're both trading 1-for-1 in the first 3 turns and you're both like getting hellbent pretty quickly, assuming that they keep in their discard. I'm not a huge fan of drawing a card like a Thoughtseize on, turn 5 or whatever. No Angler because we have Lurrus. The point of this deck in particular is to see how we can get Lurrus into a Grixis deck, because I think Lurrus is the shadow mirror breaker, and if you play a shadow deck without Lurrus against a shadow deck with Lurrus, you're very far behind. Kind of down to not draw that. Yeah, Lurrus is just so much better than Angler. Kind of down to just convert this stub and not play Spellbomb here. I think I'll happily trade stub for almost any card here. I guess it's bad if they run in 6, so maybe I shouldn't counter a removal spell. Actually, I won't. Yeah, I won't counter a removal spell because of Ren in 6. I'll just let Delver die. Basic Swamp, huh? That's dead. Spellbomb plus Drown Nonbo. I mean, hopefully we can get some value out of the Drown before we're forced to Spellbomb. Like, we're not just going to aggressively Spellbomb early, If I'm on your side of the matchup, the Jund player boards out theirs too. I would assume so too. I think it's similar, from the Jund perspective. The games go longer. Oh, that's bad. So I'll just discard Dismember, I think. But yeah, I think from the Jund perspective, I think it's something similar. I think I would board out the discard if I was on the Jund side. Do we not counter after they get Basic Swamp? Oh, because they can't Ren there? Yeah, I guess that's a consideration too, but then we can also counter Liliana. It's gonna get the Spellbomb into play. Pass. It probably makes more sense for the Jund deck to keep it in because, again, we have Stubborn Denial, Drown Unlock, Aether Gust, so they want to try and protect like their threats from counterspells, so it makes more sense for Jund to keep in discard spells, but yeah, I could see keeping in a couple, but you don't want a lot of them, It's a card that you, want to have on exactly one turn, and that's the turn where you get the 4 mana and, Inquisition Threat or something, It's not a card you just want to draw a million copies of and cast early. Man, their draw lined up really well against ours. I will say that. Maybe I'm supposed to drown that. Maybe I was supposed to drown that. Now that I think about it. I probably should have, yeah. Double queuing? There's still one match left. I'll play this quickly. I mean, our opponent's not playing that quickly, but I'm playing as quickly as I can. Alright, let's untap. It's not bad. So now we can go... I'm going to try and get some value out of this Drown before I do all of that, though. I'm just going to play this tapped and pass. So what I can do here is I can Drown something, And then I can... Ooh, no, I can't. Maybe I should have played that untapped. Because now I can't drown, sack Spellbomb, hold priority Fatal Push, and pay for the Spellbomb. So I need 4 mana for that. They have a discard spell. I guess I'll counter their discard spell. Because they're just going to take it anyways. And now if they have, like, a Wren without a land or a Liliana, we can just stub it. We need to find a threat here. We have Lurrus potentially, but... Also worth noting, we didn't have to Spellbomb immediately, because even if they had an untapped land that wasn't a fetch land, they were a card short of Croaksing. And if they led on fetch land, I could have just Spellbombed in response. Red-black, what is this? Okay, well that's going to trade for the stub, so I might as well stub it. And now I can just Nihil Spellbomb Fatal Push on my turn. Seems fine. I think I'm down to just get an island. Nah, this is fine. Maybe I should have got an island there. My life total is a little low. 2-0 is Delver the real... we're actually 3-0 in the league. We're 2-0 in the prelim, 3-0 in the league. The league, we're playing Grixis. The prelim, we're playing Jund. This deck's felt decent so far. I don't know. Like, the deck has felt decent, but Delver has not really done that much. Alright, so crack Spellbomb. We'll draw a card. And then Spellbomb's still on the stack. We'll push this. So we get everything. It is unfortunate that they're at 17. Actually, I'm just going to Lurrus here. I think I'd rather Lurrus. Although, if I Lurrus and they have a land, I go to 5? That's fine. I want to Lurrus here. I really don't want to just play this into Bolt. I think that's just worse. Liliana's not that much of a concern. I guess it would be, but we have Lurrus for that. Yeah, you can't play Angler with Lurrus. If you could, be a lot better. See, now they fetch. Now we can just play a Scourge. Might want to put Lurrus in the title. Yeah, I guess that's fair. We probably should. Alright, so I'm at 5. If we draw land, we can Lurrus Scourge Delver. If not, we can Lurrus Scourge Bauble, which is probably just better anyways. Alright, let's go Lurrus, Bauble Scourge. See what they're drawing. Raging Ravine. Okay. So we can just trade here. So they can't really fire this up because we can just trade here and then cast the Scourge again. We boarded out TBRs. I think TBR is not where you want to be in this matchup. Again, they have so much removal that it's like so hard to set up. So I boarded out TBRs. I don't think it's very good. It's Ice 9. I both feel guilty and also feel like going it. I feel you, Turtle Power. I feel you. Bloodbraid into removal. Yeah, then we have to take 3. But if they attack, then we can just gain the 3 back off of Lurrus. Like, if it's push, right? Because they can't push Lurrus right now. If it's Bolt, that's obviously worse for us, but... Alright, so let's Bauble. Bolt, huh? Those are good cards. I'm How about Serum Visions first? Ooh. We can actually drown this, right? Restore target creature, inverted mana cost less than... Yeah, we can drown this. Alright, so... Oop. Top. Bottom. Now let's go... let's go... Delver... And... Oh, I should have played Delver off of Watery Grave. Should be fine, though. Alright, I might have to play the prelim off stream for now, so we can focus on the YouTube video. Alright, let's do that. Play first. Yeah, our league opponent's taking a little bit longer than I expected, so... Veil of Summer plus Raging Ravine plus removal spell? They could have that. That'd be a lot of stuff, huh? Black, blue. Okay, so this is 8 right now. Let's move this over here. So if I bolt them, they go to 12, and there would be 8, 11. So they get a 1. Let me go to 8. No, that's a little too risky. I'm just gonna do this. So I think we should be fine here. They're at 7. Okay. Well, risky is like if they like Bloodbraid into a removal spell 5. I guess there's like nothing that risky about it. I was thinking about Bloodbraid into a removal spell, but yeah, maybe it's not that risky. That was mostly the reason I didn't want to do that. It's like some weird sequence, right? Like Bloodbraid into a removal spell, Bolt. I guess that's only 6, right? That's still not enough. Go to 8. Yeah, I know, we go to 8. So, like, even Bloodbraid into removal spell plus Bolt is still not enough, so... Still know about a second Raging Ravine as well. Fatal Push. Okay. Oh, we don't. They played the second Raging Ravine, right? Okay. Alright, untap. Bolt you. They're dead. Bolt you, untap. Bolt you. Deck. Okay, game number 3. Sorry, again, I'm playing 2 matches here. Let's do this. Alright, game 3. No changes. Everything's good. Chilladad's playing Jund. Good old Jund. So he played Catacombs and Past. Playing against Jund everywhere. This is awkward. Alright, so this hand, Vision, Explosives, Push, Awakening. Sounds fine. Again, I just like keeping hands that have lands and spells. Leyline of the Void. I can live with that. That I can live with. Bottom, top, go. Okay, it's a decay. Nazis. Take elf. Pass. Is the Heliod matchup manageable now? Manageable-ish. Black-green. Goyf? It's still not great. You're definitely still a dog in the matchup, but... Alright, Mountain Double Goyf. Okay. Let's get this, pass. Okay, upkeep. Alright, so now we're going to go fetch for Steam Vents, play some Delvers. Let's get Steam Vents, Delver. This is where I get Maelstrom Pulsed out of the game. No attacks. Okay, untap. Thoughtseize. Alright. This is awkward. Really awkward. 5/5. Liliana, I will sack one. Alright, see if we flip. And he flips. Serum Visions. Oh, yeah. Alright, so let's start by playing Serum. Maybe this is worse than just Lurising there. 13, 13. I think I'm going to top both of these. Just trying to think of which one I want to draw next turn. I do like keeping both. I'm just trying to think. So they didn't have a Goyf. Or they may have had a Goyf but just chose not to play it because they wanted the Brutality instead to clear the way. Is there any reason... No, I'm going to draw the Scourge next turn. So let's kill Liliana, play Awakening, play Shadow. Play Awakening. Play Shadow. Pass. Sword Torpor didn't stop Spike Feeder and Ballista from entering with counters. No, they don't. That's not how that works. Bloodbraid Elf. Let's see what they hit. Thoughtseize. You can have that. Alright, let's go here. And they did choose to cast the Thoughtseize, which is fine. Alright, we're drawing Scourge, so we can attack with Delver, play Blood Crypt, because I think I still want to draw the Fatal Push. So attack with Delver, put them to 12, play an 8/8, play Blood Crypt. Again, I could Mire here, but I want to not shuffle away the push. I think push is one of my better draws. I also could Luris here, but I think I'd rather just get onto the board. I think developing Scourge is more important than Lurising there. Let's see what they do. Am I just dead? I think I'm just dead. Yeah. I messed this game up pretty badly. Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Liliana's going to 1. There's a Fatal Push on top of my deck. Alright, I'm going to sack Delver. If they don't attack, I can just push the Bloodbraid Elf, attack them. I think I'm also just ignoring the Liliana here. Well, no, I can't though, right? Not if I'm going to Luris. So if I ignore the Liliana, I can't Luris here, right? Because I can go fetch for a land, kill the Bloodbraid Elf, attack them for 9, they go to 2, and just don't put Luris into my hands. Yeah, I think that's better than not doing that. I don't care about the Liliana because I'm just going to have no cards. Putting them to 2, I think, is really good. It's a little risky, but I don't want to soak up 9 damage to kill the Liliana. I think that's just not worth it. I'm at 8. Okay. That was a good draw, though. So now they need a blocker just to survive. Actually, they're at 8. 8, 5. God, it's so greedy. Okay, cool. So we got the match against Jund. Apologies for towards the end of the match, I was a little less focused because I'm playing a second match here. But yeah, overall, that was a sweet match. I think that kind of showcased why when you... I mean, I guess that game Luris didn't really come up, but just having, you know, more proactive threats, like more larger threats that the Jund deck is harder to deal with. But in any case, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the matches. 4-0 now. Hope we can skip this 5-0 with Grixis Shadow-Delver. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you just a little bit for round number 5.